My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Darkest Rhapsody Estate here in the Darkest Dungeon. Alright, well, I've kind of decided that I'm just basically going to take the exact same squad I took out on the last mission on the same kind of journey here into the ruins. I do really want to stack that gold high before I start worrying about the rest of my heirlooms. 20. I'm actually really tempted to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just so that I can get an extra slot in the treatment
line. The front line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
I think Twilight Dreamer might actually be ridiculous. I haven't encountered that many things that have stealth that I desperately want to attack first, but I have to imagine that's going to be relevant at some point. So I want to lock that in and lock out Satanophobia. Satanophobia, of course, being plus 20% stress versus Unholy. I really don't care about Deviant Tastes. It locked in, I'm actually quite happy with. I'm going to just start going down my entire party and managing their quirks. Ah, here we go. Renault, obviously. Let's get Kleptomania off of you. I'm actually not super interested in locking anything in at the moment. Do we have anyone with diseases? We've got Evelyn with bulimic. No one else. Okay. So we've got a bit of our money to spend there. Now, part of the reason that I am taking an antiquarian out on this next mission is so that all of the money that I want to get stacks in such smaller space, or rather stacks in as smaller spaces as humanly possible for me to stack it in, so that I can spend the rest of my loot slots basically just looking for heirlooms. In particular, we will have desperate need for mostly deeds, I think, upcoming. Okay. It's probably about time that I set up my characters, though. Plus 8% crit on melee skills. I mean, we are doing the riposte build. We have a Runes Explorer, Runes Adventurer. So we've only got one Runes Explorer. You are Ascetic Calm, of course. I'm actually thinking about leaving the antiquarian slots open. Now, the primary reason that I would do that is because I would give them stress heal, like lower stress rather, is probably the only thing I would really give them. Right? They're going to be protected in almost all times. They're just going to be fine. They'll be fine there. But that also opens their 2 trinket slots as ways for me to bring home some loot. And that also exists on Godard, because Godard is natural. So I'm going to have them holding nothing as we go into the dungeon. For the rest of you, though, Neville, you can easily take the Ancestor's Scroll. Because you are going to be my only source of, like, dedicated healing. We've got a Runes Explorer. I kind of want to get a survival guide in the troop as well. And in fact, will do. So we've got a 20% base chance for our scouting. You'll take Focus Ring and Dismas's Head. You're all about dealing damage, and you will just kind of stand there and stun. We have a Nighttime Ambush Prevention in Zealous Vigil. Then we've got Unparalleled Finesse, Bandit Sense. I mean, Unparalleled Finesse, Bandit Sense is probably actually going to be our nighttime activation. Dark Strength I'll unlock before we go out, because then after that it's probably going to be Dark Strength Trinket Scrounge for the full 12. And that'll be us set. Okay, so go over to the Survivalist. I'll make sure that I have my... No, not Antiquarian. Neville. Let's get that Dark Strength going on. And did anyone level up in the last mission? Apparently. I really want to get these before I start upgrading the Furnace again. Yeah, heirlooms are more difficult for me to get right now than money. Or at the very least are more difficult for us in our current state. Okay. Easy. Bouchard, your layout is... Oh, those three. Except it's probably going to be Wicked Slice in this area instead. Courtesy of the fact that we're going to the ruins, so not that much is going to bleed. And Mortimer, you're going to be Nervous Stab. You will also take Festering Vapors, which is the less likely one for you. I think I actually might remove Nervous Stab so that I can take Invigorating Vapors for the extra dodge. How important is that? Extraordinarily unimportant? Yeah, it's extraordinarily unimportant. Okay. Just make sure that I drop the Invigorating there, and everyone looks covered. Hell to the yes. What does this party lack? It doesn't have Stress Heal. No, it has Godard. -6. It's not that much, especially considering Godard is our stunner. But we get 2 rests in this dungeon anyway. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, let's provision everyone up. Got 4 food out of that. Take all of those torches. I'll actually take a full stack of holy water because holy water can be damn near broken in this area. And then everything else I'll just leave as is, basically. All right, let's I'm kidding, obviously. Shovels. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I heard you, Drew. All right. Seems good. Let's go. Okay. Shambler? Could I? I mean, yeah. We would get so many actions out of our ripostes that we could totally shamble.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
Ooh, good lord. Okay, I'll probably go down, do this entire area, come back up, doing the loot all that area in low light, get back to this room, and then rest. Which means I'm not going to go to this curio naturally, so instead I should open out, make sure it's not a super important curio, and then double back. Beautiful. Alrighty then. Okay, so that could give me stress, but it can also nuke away one of your negative quirks. Egomania is pretty bad. Satanophobia is pretty bad as well. I mean, definitely in this area. Whoops. All right. Protect me. I mean, I guess I'm totally fine with that. Pull you forward so that I can actually stun you, because you are the main annoyance here right now. Or, well, okay, so maybe I stun, maybe I don't. We'll see, we'll see. Definitely going to be stunning the Bone Soldier if I get the opportunity, and we do. Let's go, let's go. Unfortunately, neither of these are going to be targeting the backline right now, so I do need Dismas to act quite quickly so that I can move even further forward, so that I can rectify my party positioning as well as have someone capable of being hit by the Cultist Brawler that I want hit by the Cultist Brawler. Alright, I'll stun this turn. I'll play that game. Stress heal's really where it's at, but... Damn it! Well, I guess that's a stress heal of some kind.
Them all.
So the negative that we could actually incur from interacting with the confessional booth without using the holy water to consecrate it. Use holy water to consecrate it, it lowers your stress. I mean, it would cure 24 stress off of Mortimer. Yeah, fine. Yeah, never mind. Look, if I was gonna have anyone interact with it, it would have been Neville anyway. Did you just... Really? I did not know Egomania made you keep it, what you looted. I thought that was just Kleptomania that did that. That's unfortunate. We naturally will be going back through this room because it's going to be likely that as our path, so... Don't need to turn the light back on.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Yeah, I've got a lot of holy water, so I'll take 30% extra damage until camp. I'm not planning on camping until after we complete like a ridiculous amount of more space. Divine Benefit, we can leave that there for much later. So that's a little bit of health as well as some stress heal. Nice! Extremely nice. The pull on the back line
Impressive.
gets you into the position, and then I can kill the Bone Courtier. Go. Get him! And the stress doesn't go through because we killed you while you were doing the action. Hell yes! Haha! Dunking on him. Occultist's definitely doing a self-heal this turn. Let's start blighting up that Bone Defender. Ooh, baby. That's dead. That's a dead Bone Defender. I should have stunned that Bone Soldier. That's entirely my bad. Just have to hope that this doesn't do that much damage. And it doesn't. Excellent.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Whoever has the highest stress resist ought to probably interact with this. Runes Adventurer. Alright, Mortimer. Pages are unsettling. Yeah, because the worst case scenario is it can give you stress. Oh no, it can give you a negative quirk, can't it? Yeah, it can, but it's a very low chance. Oh well. Yeah. Unfortunately, did have to check up there anyway. Not for the completion of the mission, but just in case there was something like... what would be an example of something with which we would definitely have to interact? The consecrated bowl that I can't remember the name of? We'll see one later on. It's why I brought so much holy water. It gives you so many damn gems. Nice dodge, my dude. Keeping that highlight. Need that scout. Hell yes. Second obstacle so far. I've only 2 more shovels. You'll never make me bring more than 4 shovels on a mission. Well, I guess maybe a long-wheeled mission I might bring more than 4 shovels, but that's it.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Just get that Bone Courtier down as quickly as is humanly possible. Ooh, not good. Thank you for dodging that. She's our most stressed party member. I do not need her taking any extra. Are we just gonna have... They're just running an absolute train on us. Like, we didn't even... Oh.
Annihilated.
Oh. It hurts. Had to try and pull her out of position. Didn't end up working out, but still had to try.
Another one falls.
Okay. Good. Look at that. 15 damage back. Hell yes.
Confidence
slaps.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
I'm gonna start blighting you up so I can try and see if I can take any healing actions here. Damn it! I didn't want to kill!
Maintain the offensive.
Okay, of all of the different types of heirloom, the least valuable to me is probably... Oh, we're definitely not using 7 skeleton keys. Get the hell out of here, final key. No scouting again. Yikes. Leaving those to scout on the way back, loot on the way back, rather. Those as well. Egomania shouldn't force an interaction with any of those. We don't have anyone with Hylomania or anyone with Kleptomania either. Good lord, give me the rest. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm actually just going to go for opening damage.
Back to the pit.
And I'm also going to be taking stress healing actions here instead as well. Not only to pump the torch back up, which is nice, just helps me preserve my torch a little bit more. But also because in the course of a normal fight, we don't really get that many healing turns because we don't have that many DOTs and we don't have that many heals.
The blood.
But actually more important than any of those, we don't have that many stuns. And stuns are really what buy you the time to do all of the fun healing tech.
Executed with impunity. Be gone, fiend.
We definitely need to make space for valuable antiques.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Trying to get a wee bit better at this inventory management. I've heard y'all. I've heard y'all in the comments. Don't worry. I'm just very tentative to let go of anything that still might have a use. Oh, man. This has been a garbage area. The problem is we've gotten so few scouts down at this bottom area, it's entirely possible the secret room is here and I just can't see it. I am going to be still using a camp when I get all the way back up there because I want the camp buffs. So I'm actually going to turn the light out and we will loot on the way back.
Can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Definitely make sure the antiquarian's doing it. See, a full stack of onyx is harder to get, but it's going to be less valuable than a full stack of gold for us. Well, it's going to be the same value as a full stack of gold, right? I think. Not certain on that one. Treasures are stashed in here. Sure. I mean, if I went on a couple of missions and just went for crests, I might be able to get the cartographer's camp much earlier. And I do want the cartographer's camp. Damn. Still not certain what I want to do though. Second hunger. We're going to be freeing up more inventory slots after we use the firewood. It's fine. Life's going to get a wee bit easier though. For a while. Okay, and in here, we've still got the Divine Benefit. We're just going to use this for stress healing. You have more stress resist than Godard does, so Godard's going to use this. Divine Benefit. There. Ooh. It even crit on its heal. I did not know you could do that. Unfortunately, we will lose the plus 30% damage buff until camp. It's the risk we take here, unfortunately. Pop our head out. And loot this. I do want deeds as well. I'm bringing back so much money so that I can afford to remove everyone's negative quirks and lock in their positive quirks, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Because that's something I've wanted to do this entire time, but I just haven't had the capability to yet.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Good stress heal. We'll take Bandit Sense as well as Unparalleled Finesse. You'll take off the thing that is increasing your stress. Use Dark Strength. Put the thing with the stress back on. And we'll scrounge up a trinket. It is a Resurrection's Collar. Plus 33% to your healing skill and negative 15% bleed skill chance on the flagellant. There is no way I would almost ever be caught dead using that.
Lit.
I'll happily
the
sell
path
it,
is
though.
Clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Okay, as long as we can pull that Brigand Fusilier out of position, we will be fine.
As
Well, I mean, we can still do it, but it's less important now. Whee! Protect me. I mean, 70% chance to hit a stun here. Yeah, I'll roll it. Hey, got him. And we'll pull you out of position. Rush shot can only attack the front two, I believe, so... Oh, this is a good party. I like it. I like it a lot. Ah!
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Oh, good Lord, Bouchard. What are you doing, friend? Another 925. Drop the Onyx for that in the same way we did before. Now, I do only have 3 keys left. I did not think we were going to have that many usages for keys when I dropped the 1 from beforehand. Okay, at the very least, this isn't a key opening anyway. Okay. Let's force that guard. It's going to be really annoying to kill this Bone Courtier, though.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
So I've got 2 options here. Oh, wow. That's really lame that we got Godard first there. I was going to pull the Bone Courtier out of position. See, Sky Slaps has the possibility of killing the Bone Arbalist. No, I'm going to pull you out of position. I was hoping to pull it out of position and then kill it with Godard, but didn't get him in the right order. Oh, yeah, attack one of the only 2 people who isn't protected. Oh, yeah, attack one of the only 2 people who isn't protected. Ah, yeah. Attack one of the people who's protected, eh? Fine. As long as it kills on the back slap, we're fine. And it does. Sure, let's pull you out of position so that you can't do anything. Easy. And I'm going to start stress healing this guy because he is not looking that good right now. Easy.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
You can see that I'm actually being able to use... I am actually rather able to use these as loot spaces now. Emeralds are good. Like, drop a Resurrections collar for... I think this early in the dungeon I will, because there is still quite a high possibility of getting a reasonable stack of emeralds. Good scout. Ooh, there's so much loot we can do in low light here. Is this going to be part of it, though? No. Alright, let's loot this now. It's trapped. Fair enough. I'm actually kind of glad it's trapped so that I don't have to manage my inventory. Alright. Bone Courtier in the back line. We'll be fine. As long as they are surprised. Oh, God. Alright. We actually don't even need to roll Protect Me here. Because they can't attack the back line. Instead, I'll start festering up on one of the Vapors. As much as I could stun them, I need some stress heal here. Just gonna rely on them going for...
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I was relying on them going for the other target here, you know. The one that would be able to ridiculously punish them. Down. Yeah. I mean... Okay, now the Cultist Brawler is dead as soon as it tries to act. It's handy. Get some stress healing out there. Hopefully I get Godard before the Cultist Brawler. I mean, we're both 5 speed, so it's not extremely unlikely. God, the crits are insane. Good heal. Don't bleed, and it doesn't.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove that negative. No need to, no need not to, though. At least you've got the most stress resist in the party. The crits coming out of Bouchard are just going to be enough to keep a lot of our stress down. It's just the single nuke stress that I really need to worry about. You know, the stuff like this. Nice. I'm more than happy for them to do that to Mortimer. Just because Mortimer has plus, like, negative 30% taken to stress damage right now. It's insane. Even though the front two liners haven't acted yet, we do need to kill the back liners first. They're the most threatening. That's actually a good way to think about it. Not just in terms of damage, but in terms of the threat that they propose. Gonna have to focus on stress healing for a while here, unfortunately. Pull you out of position. Nice. Completely out of position. Huh. Hey, get him. Oh, the damage is insane. As long as we kill, we're fine. Okay. That does seem like it's a bugged interaction, by the way. The fact that we don't gain stress from stress gain attacks if we kill on the riposte of it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to report it, minds, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was considered a bugged interaction. Ouch. Nah, I didn't want to really kill that. Whoa! Stack of emeralds. Sorry,
Remind
sapphires.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Medics Greaves. Never coming back to this area. Sure. Do I want to open this with a shovel or with a key or with nothing? With a key. Really? That was extraordinarily low loot for that. Oh, well. Madman's annoying, but hopefully we can get one of the box trinkets from this. It's definitely going to be like our primary target. I should self-heal though. I'm mad that I had to do that. So here's the big problem. Madman has a bunch of dodge. My stun is slightly more accurate, but won't kill. If I hit with my smite, I kill. Slightly less accurate, though. I'm going to roll the attack. 25% chance to fail. Don't do it. Thank you. This is working out really well. Yeah, good thing I healed Neville, I guess. Oh, yes. Kill on the backslash. Oh, baby. Thank you for dodging, because that was not working out extraordinarily well for us. Actually gonna throw out some heals from Mortimer here. It's only ever going to heal for 2, but still handy. Okay, by killing that corpse, I've moved the Bone Arbalist into a line where it's never really going to be able to accomplish anything reasonable.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Party's back on reasonable HP. Do I want to make that attack? Yeah, I do. No, I'm stalling for another round. There goes my riposte as well, by the way. I just want to get some stress heal out while I can, as well as a little bit of torch. I mean, it's handy to have. Gosh! Of course they crit now. Also, I just got called out for stalling. I didn't think that was going to happen yet. And we'll just murder. Whee.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Of course, I get a second emerald after I've just thrown away the emeralds I had beforehand. Could have influenced my decision of whether or not to stack them. Right. At least we can pull this Bone Courtier out of position. Come on, get him. Ooh, got him. Get him, got him good. And just guarantee that Bone Courtier is dead. Thank you very much. Thumped him. Now show me the crit. No, 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 no. Hang on. Let me be more careful about my wording of that. Show me the dodges. Now show me the crits. Here we go. Here we go. I can theoretically kill the back line here. No, you should be healing the small heals.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Pulls them out of position to the point they can't really do anything devastating. All right, both of you on 1 HP. And 0 HP. Unfortunately, the Bone Arbalist is quite quick, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to get the action before it. Don't bleed. Okay. Cool. I'll take one more Inspiring Cry here. Really difficult to fit them in edgewise. Finish them off quickly. Exactly. Knew that one was coming out. All right. Hey, I tried to kill.
A singular strike.
Oh, yes, it's one of those singular strikes.
This expedition at least promises success.
I desperately want to start another stack of gold, but not right now. I also don't think, in fact, I can spend a skeleton key on this. Oh, no, I can. Hang on. This... Yeah. Because this is one of the highest things that I can spend a skeleton key on. It's just the other one is a secret room, so I have to save a skeleton key for the possibility of getting a secret room. There's another emerald. I'm really mad now. Oh, I'm so mad. But that's okay. You already know. Pump the torch before I go into this fight for the possibility of the extra surprise. Didn't get it. Oh, really? I need this highwayman to be a bit faster on their feet. Thank you very much. I like the dodges, though. Okay, by pulling that backline out of position, not only have I prevented it from using any of its most important attacks, the Tempting Goblet in particular, but I've also put this Cultist Brawler out of position, which means that Cultist Brawler is only going to be able to use Stumbling Scratch, which is low crit, doesn't bleed, doesn't debuff. It's all good fun. The front line literally means nothing to me anymore. As soon as they got hit, or rather, as soon as they went to the very front of the pack, they're nothing. See? Stumbling Scratch. I'm tempted to try and kill you with a blight. Just hoping someone acts faster than you in the next round. And they do. Do you with blight. Alright, got a lot of stress heal out of that. God damn it, another emerald. We would have had a full stack now.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Unless we end up with 3 sapphires at this point, the sapphire over the emerald was a bad decision on my part. The sack is empty. Despite everything, I will pump the torch before I go into this room. I'm looking for a scout just in case. I have a secret... You know, the secret... You haven't seen a secret... What are they teaching kids these days? This is what I'm talking about. It's, decorative urn. There we go. Get a ridiculous amount of gems out of it. Oh, great. Gems for gems I'm not stacking. By the way, I refuse to install any of those inventory mods that just allow you to stack more things. The game is balanced around how many things you can stack, in what ways you can stack them, and what you can take from them. I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't like game-breaking mods. I also don't really like any of the visual mods that are currently existent for this. Sorry, that are currently existent, that are currently extant. That madman's not going to be down in time, unfortunately. Oh! I was about to say, but I didn't want to jeopardize it. That madman's not going to be down in time unless I crit. And then we did. Hell yeah, let's go. All aboard.
The will to fight falters.
Oh, does it? Does it really? I don't think it does. Look at all this will to fight. Damn it. Call me William Fightmaster, because I got so much will to fight. That is someone, William Fightmaster, who fights wills, not who is a William who fights. It's important. It's a difficult distinction to make, but it's important.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
You say that, and yet. So this one, I don't want to open. I could open it with a shovel. I could open it with a key. I'm saving this key for a possible secret room. I'm saving these shovels for possible obstacles. So instead, I'm just going to open this naturally. Usually, I'd open it with a person who has the highest bleed resistance in the entire party. Bleed and blight resistance, in fact. But Antiquarian's better off in looting. So I'm just going to accept that she takes 6 damage if I fail. And I failed. She's taking 6 damage. Ah! Nice dodge. Alright, let's disrupt their positioning. Force guard. And we're back on top. Beautiful. I'm actually not even going to use Godard here at all. I'm just going to have all of my damage come out of Bouchard. Kill him! See what I mean? Kill him!
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
See what I mean? Aww. 9, 16, 9. Very small amounts of stress here. Pepper him down a wee bit. These crits have just been keeping us entirely afloat. It's all the crits. I always find it difficult to tell which is fortifying and which is festering. Just at a glance, they're super similar. Damn color schemes! Okay. Yeah, fine, I'll kill you in your turn. My turn, rather.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I am actually going to walk a little bit up here just to make sure that this curio is not a Shambler's altar. If it is, I will do it. Cool. So I should probably camp before I do it so I can get a bunch of camping buffs. Yep. I'm doing it. I am totally doing it. There are a bunch of Shambler's trinkets that I still desperately want. So I'm going to turn out the light, loot. No, wrong person looting. Damn it.
Yonder, a glint of gold.
That's my bad. This one as well. Stashed heirlooms.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Portraits are currently more important than busts to me. Now we shall firewood rest here.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Definitely got to be Bandit Sense Unparalleled Finesse. Bandit Sense for the nighttime ambush prevention. Unparalleled Finesse for the ridiculous amount of damage that we're going to get out of it. Definitely need to use the Dark Strength, so... Well, that was wrong. That's okay, because that's nighttime ambush prevention anyway. So now I can Dark Strength you. I'll take that back. Definitely use Unparalleled Finesse. We haven't encouraged. Cool. I'll actually... Will I encourage? I don't want to Trinket Scrounge. I think it might be like Curious Incantation and then Encourage, just to have some low stress across the party by the time we go in. We don't really have any other battle buffs. Yeah. Okay. I put Nighttime Ambush prevented. Let's go fight. Should I pre-mess up my party? No. Should I give everyone a holy water first? Yes. Now these holy waters are to increase their blight and bleed resists for the first 3 rounds of combat. Let's go. Dim, dark, bright or day, our task is the same.
Star spawned.
We got a wee bit shuffled, not that bad. Okay, my stun chance here is 20%, but if I can hit it, it would be insane. We also deal a reasonable amount of damage. Yeah, I should go for the damage. Nice crit. Now the party order is going to rectify itself eventually, basically with just the dashes that we get. Ooh, 2 of our characters got blinded despite. Kill him. See, the fact that we can kill these Clapperclaws outside of our own turn is bonkers for the amount of damage that we will be able to deal. I believe I left Holy Lance on you, right? Gosh, I hope I left Holy Lance on. I don't need to force the guard until next turn, right? Let's actually heal you. And that also increases your bleed and crit resist. Bleed and other resist. Hang on. Yes, you do have Holy Lance available, so you'll be able to move forwards. That's fine. Actually, Neville in the front line here is not bad at all. Neville can totally just stand there and we'll be happy about it. Yeah, we're just going to show this Shamblers who's the boss. Shamblers. Shambler. Singular. Yep, resists across the party.
Grievous injury.
That's bad. That's a lot of stress incurred. All right. Insanity, frankly. It's insane. Oh my god! Oh, we can't stop critting. All right. Now it's Force Guard. Basically, the Force Guard is only there for the sake of the Clapperclaws because all of the Shamblers things hit the whole party. Okay. It's the exact worst target to have them hit. Good kill. As much as I want to take the possibility of the hit, I'm going to need to heal after this fight anyway, so let's start the healing. How about that? Also a nice little bit of stress healing there. Nice. I think with that, and then the Shambler's turn, and then our riposte, that's a kill. Ah, you crit twice, and you actually incurred all of it in terms of the stress damage. You son of a...
Masterfully executed.
Masterfully executed. Yes!
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
That is exactly what I wanted. I've mentioned this like 4 or 5 times over the course of this series. The absolute best ancestral trinket that you can get from fighting Shamblers in the early game is the Ancestors map, followed by the Ancestors Scroll. And we now have both of them. Have a look at this. Survival Guide, I'm taking out on missions. It's -1 speed, plus 10% to your scouting chance, and plus 10% to your trap disarm. This is plus 25 to each of those, and you don't lose speed. It is insane how good it is. I could cry. I quite frankly, I could cry. I'm not going to, because I'm an ugly crier, but I could. Actually not an ugly crier. I'm kind of one of those stiff upper lip, kind of like stoic criers. I don't really sob or weep, I just like kind of like that. Oh boy. Okay. Your trap disarm chance is going to be actually pretty good as well. And you need the stress heal more. Lol. Of course that had to happen after I said that. That's fine. After a fight with the Shambler, I'm pretty much expecting to come home with a lot of stress on my characters. And it's definitely worth it for the trinket we got. Hey, Spodus. Not a huge fan of the fact that I already got marked. Gotta kill one of the ones that's gonna ridiculously crit my characters based on the fact of one of them is being marked. Ooh, we actually got stunned. I'm gonna mark my own frontliner here, hoping that they hit them instead. Oh, the healing. Got him. We need to finish this quick. What? Game? When your characters say that, the game is effectively accusing you of stalling. I could not have been stalling less. I'm actually really concerned. They may have kind of overcorrected the stalling mechanic. I'm worried. Sack is empty. Kale again, buff the torch just in case. We get the scout. Find a secret room. Nope. Same reason I'm gonna go to the edge of the hallway.
Possessed by evil intent.
And then I'll come back out and I'll loot that. Nice. At least we've got a use for this final key now. Hey! Alright, finally we didn't kill one of those backliners with that. I'm actually just gonna kick in the extra damage there.
The ground quakes.
Because especially since they are surprised, I'm mostly gonna be like pulling them all out of position, things like that. So they're not gonna be hitting the backline anyway. So the protect me, guard me buff is not necessary. Like Axe Blade and Stun, they actually can't even hit the backline, so. It's better off that I just roll for crits here. I'm gonna roll for stress heal on myself because we're definitely committing Brevden after this. Brevden? Neville. We're definitely committing Neville after this, so it doesn't really matter. I just need to remove stress on the characters who aren't definitely being committed after this. Damn, I missed the eyes. If only you'd used that. Okay, we didn't get a scouting there, which is really, really, really unfortunate. But that means I can now drop this shovel. Means I can definitely drop these torches. Okay. Pop out the light.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
And drop the food for the rare antique. Alright. We're taking a lot of gold home. Not that many in terms of heirlooms. At the very least, we did get a full stack of portraits. I'm pretty happy about that. We dropped no deeds. We dropped no portraits. We did drop 4 or 6 busts. So it's not like we're bringing back that many fewer trinket heirlooms than we were offered. And I'm actually not going to loot that bowl. I forgot that I don't have any holy water left over. All right, quest complete. That was a really successful mission.
The corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
So if I was comfortable with coming home with fewer heirlooms, I could have had a full stack of emeralds. So I think it was 4, right? So 4, another 3k, I guess. Reasonable. Okay, Eldritch Slayer, hell yes, you're a tippler. I don't even care. Iromania, do want to remove that. Resilient plus 10% to stress heal received. By nature of Goddard being a stress healer, Resilient will always be relevant because I will always have a stress healer when I take Goddard because Goddard is the stress healer. We lost Fated and picked up Armor Tinker. I'm actually kind of fine with that for Mortimer.
A fresh irritant through the sum. A sanguine memory to me.
Feather Crystal was what we got from the mission overall. Plus 2 speed, plus 8 dodge, negative 20% to move and stun resist. It's actually quite a good trinket until you get other better speed trinkets. For the moment though, it'll do. Spirit Fuel is actually quite good. Calm is quite bad though. Tuck It Out and Off Guard. Yeah, nothing good on you for that. Flawed Release, Precise Striker, Cove Tactician. I mean, this could be like a frontliner occultist in the Cove area in particular. Will Tactician with Torn Rotator in the yips, definitely not you. Yeah, because the Hands from the oh no, Hands from the Abyss is ranged. Damn. I think it's very likely I take nothing from that. Is there any immediately obvious next mission on which we want to go? The Ancestors Vintage, I guess I could leave on someone who has Curse Cravings in the Hamlet. The Ruins here for recovery, no thank you. Fortifying Garlic is not that bad, actually. It's just, by the time that you have Fortifying Garlic, usually you have other trinkets that you would much rather use. But I guess in certain like niche circumstances where you're going up against the boss who has both Blight and Bleed, this could be totally useful. I could see it used in DD4, DD3? DD3, where you're going up against the Scorpions that have both Bleed and Blight. Could totally see it at use. What do we got? Cove. Will Mission with a Protective Collar for the plus 12 dodge and negative 15% damage. No, thank you. Hero's Ring I do quite like, and I could go for another hag. Yeah, Bloodthirst Ring. Oh, I hate you, Farmstead, because I do want a Berserk Charm, like a whole lot. There are a lot of characters who are so accurate and get hit so little that plus 15% stress and negative 5 accuracy on them is not a bad thing, whereas plus 3 speed and plus 15% damage is a ridiculously good thing. Consider a fully upgraded Leper who has like an accuracy trinket, or a Grave Robber who has no accuracy issues whatsoever. Anyone who's also wearing a Sun Ring, those kinds of things. I've been avoiding going back to the farmstead so far because I've been warned that this is apparently no joke, so I wanted to have like a bunch of level 4 characters with level 4 equipment and all that kind of stuff and jazz going on. That said, if I can get you your level 4 skills and your level 4 armor and defense on, you know, any party that we have here, that's actually basically as good as leveling them up, because when you level up from 3 to 4, you don't get access to your level 5 abilities and your level 5 armor, but at level 3 you do have access to your level 4 abilities and level 4 armor. So your armor and abilities stay the same for levels 3 and 4. It's just your resistances and I think some of your stats? I'm not entirely certain about that, but I know that your resistances all get their natural increase because they get plus 30% per resolve level, you can see. So, well, I mean, not disease and not death blow, but you get pluses for your resolve level. Alright. think I am going to try and sort out a party that can actually take out the farmstead. There's a theoretical possibility that it's actually just these top 4. Regardless, I'm going to have to decide that between episodes for the moment. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.